JetBlue, here with our trade. Scott Nations, president of Nations Indexes. Scott, welcome. Let's start with Starbucks, which is up today on reports that the activist investor Starboard Value has added a stake. Elliott Management also in that stock. Wells Fargo optimistic on both activists' potential in a note this morning. Are you quite so confident?
No, I'm not quite so confident. Tyler, this is a hold. Starbucks is a hold. You don't want to be the focus of activist hedge funds, and Starbucks is the focus of two right now. As you pointed out, latest one is Starboard, probably best known for being the ones that told Olive Garden to start salting their pasta water. They both want the company to make changes to boost the stock price. Instead, the company has reduced guidance 2 times this year. It's down 20% year to date. Same-store sales have disappointed. And let's face it, Tyler, if you are a consumer who's feeling pinched by inflation, a $5 coffee is probably a pretty good place to start. And with the forward PE at 20, you can't even say that the stock is cheap yet.
All right, so that would be a hold, which sounds a little like a sell there, Scott.
Not quite a gentleman's sell, because we're going to let these activist hedge funds do their work. But if we get back to unchanged on the year, then I would be a seller. Right now, I think everybody is saying that they don't care so much about the cheese. They just want out of the trap when it comes to Starbucks.
All right, let's talk about Eli Lilly gaining 10% last week. Huge earnings beat. Deutsche Bank upgrading the name to buy this morning on strength in Mounjaro and Zepbound. Do you like what you see in Lilly?
I do. Eli Lilly is a buy. Sales are surging because of their weight loss drugs. That is no surprise. But the recent EPS beat was a pleasant surprise. Additionally, concerns about capacity constraints are easing. It would be horrible for a company to have a high margin drug that everybody wants and not be able to make enough of it. The option market, the only one of the 10 biggest names in the S&P where the option market is bullish. It is certainly not cheap at a forward PE of 52. You're paying for growth, but Tyler, so far you're getting the growth you're paying for.
You're getting the growth, and they seem to be, as opposed to some of their competitors, a little ahead on being able to meet the demand, the capacity question. All right, finally, let's move on to JetBlue. The shares there having their worst day ever after announcing a $400 million in 5-year convertible senior notes. This comes after posting a surprise profit at the end of July, but a capital raise here on JetBlue, Scott.
Yeah, this is a sell. The company is not profitable. They're raising a total of nearly $3 billion in bonds and loans backed up by their frequent flyer program. Moody's just downgraded the company even further into junk, and their analysis was damning, saying it would likely take years for the company to increase its metrics enough to have some sort of reasonable positive cash flow and earnings in the near future. Listen, all the airlines, Tyler, are really tough businesses to be in, but you don't have to swing at every pitch, and you don't have to buy JetBlue just because we're talking about it. If you felt compelled, just had to invest in an airline, I would focus on one of the ones that had much more foreign exposure, foreign routes, because those tend to be so much more profitable.
All right, let's get a quick thought on the markets generally. The Dow is down about 1/3% right now, a little bit off its lows. NASDAQ and S&P are slightly higher. What are you looking for as we sort of wrap up the summer?
Yeah, Tyler, we've been back and forth, at least in the S&P, above and below the unchanged line today. It's nobody can seem to really get any sort of momentum going. I'm disappointed that that the market has not been able to sustain rallies recently in the S&P. The option market is still not just scared of volatility, but terrified of it. And so I think that we're going to see more of this as August continues. You know, a lot of people away. It's going to be tough to sustain much of any move. So I think that until we get a little bit more guidance from the Federal Reserve, 25 basis points, 50 basis points, I think it's going to be a pretty sloppy August.
All right, sloppy August. Scott Nations, thank you, my friend.